Well, hello everybody, good evening, and welcome to the Ysbryd Games channel. My name is Jacob Burgess, your humble host and community manager. I hope you're doing well. This evening we will be playing The Dream Daddy. I see folks are in chat already and chatting it up. Hello everybody, and a huge shout out as always to our mods, I should say. And it seems like this evening we have Sarah Sorende as our mod. Thank you very, very much for being so freaking great. I see. Oh, hey, Urilex. I haven't seen you in quite some time. Welcome, welcome back. It's good to see you again. And hello, everybody, Captain Rasputin. And hello, everyone. We're very excited this evening because we're going to be, as I said, continuing our playthrough of Dream Daddy. We are going to be finishing up our three-date run. We're going to be finishing up our romance with Goth Dad, Damien Bloodmarch, and then we shall, as a group, decide who we would like to see us date next, because we are here for Team Kringle. If you are new and you don't know who Team Kringle is, as you will see in just a moment, our dad for Dream Daddy, his name is Chris Kringle. He's the hottest hipster Santa you ever did see. He's fantastic. So I hope everybody is doing well out there. If you are just watching us for the first time, I dub the Ysbrydians. Welcome to the community. We have a couple of different ways that you can interact with us if you wish. We have a YouTube channel where all of our VODs go up. We have our Discord, but a little bit about us first. Ysbryd Games is a indie game publisher. These games that you see behind me are the games that we have in our current roster that are published. We have 2 games coming out next year. This is Y2K, a postmodern RPG. This is Valhalla. I'm sorry, this is by Axe Studios. I should by our partners at Axe Studios. This is Valhalla, which we are currently playing through on our Tuesday night stream. It is a visual novel style cyberpunk bartender adventure. This one right here is Masquerade: Song and Shadows, a top-down, very story-based, very VO-heavy RPG along the lines of Baldur's Gate. And then this one right here is called Sheer River Caterpillars. It has a very, very cool, very intense story. It is a puzzling game dealing with different colors, shapes, and funguses. It takes place within a petri dish and is very, very good. So I'm gonna get to I'm gonna finish my intro spiel on kind of about Ysbryd Games, and then I shall answer the questions. What's seen by me in chat? I think I'm pointing the right way. I hope I'm pointing the right way. So I should put like stickies around things so I know where, if I'm on YouTube, where to point, and then if I'm somewhere else, where to point. That would be cool. But I think chat's over here. If we're on YouTube, the comments are down here. I think the subscribe button is right here. Yeah. Anyway, so Ysbryd Games. We seek out games to partner with and devs to partner with things that have a certain amount of soul. Ysbryd is spirit in Welsh. We want to make sure that we are putting something with a good message and just that kind of ephemeral feeling. Games that stick to your ribs, essentially. We want, when you're done playing the games that we publish, with the ones that we are attracted to, the ones that we like, even the ones that we play here on the channel, we kind of want that feeling. We want that feeling of just, sitting down with, almost the feeling of sitting down with somebody with a cup of tea or a cocktail or something like that, like something that you can talk about in a bar and be like, oh man, remember that one time, that one thing. It's a tough thing to kind of hold on to, much like spirits. So that's kind of what we're about. I told you about our current roster. Our roster that's actually 2 of the games that we're adding that are on our roster now that are going to be released next year, which we are showing at PAX West, which we will be at. Are the sequel to Valhalla right here. The sequel to Valhalla is called Nirvana. It has a new bartender. We're going to have a new demo at PAX that's going to have new content in it. And then the other game is World of Horror, which is a first-person It's completely made in MS Paint. It's a a horror game and a puzzle game and an RPG, kind of all mashed together. It's made by one gentleman named Pavel, who lives in Poland and is freaking-tastic and amazing. Who I believe will also be at PAX. We have had him in the past. I believe it's in the works that we are going to have him at this one. So if you want to meet the person that made World of Horror and come on by the booth if you're going to be at PAX. But if you're not going to be at PAX, we did try and keep that in mind because, you know, fear of missing out, especially if you are a fan of ours and a fan of the publisher and what we do, we want to make sure that we include everybody as much as we possibly can. So I'm going to be grabbing the 2 demos from PAX, and I shall be bringing them back here to Studio Ysbryd, and we will all play through them together after PAX. So the stream that we come back, the stream after PAX that we come back for, we shall have the demos here, and we will play them together. I don't actually know if it'll take a long time, so we'll probably have something back up, or can we lower the game? Yes, absolutely. Let me do that before we we'll lower that a little bit. Cool. I like having the background music in the background. I hope that worked out. Please chat, let me know if that didn't work out. There we go. All right, cool. So what was I saying? Yes. So we'll figure out something to do after we play through that. After we play through the 2 demos, we'll figure something out. But as far as I'm going to talk with a couple of our friends and stuff at PAX and see if we have anything that we can play after, if there's anything that anybody wants to show off or wants to see us play or anything like that at the show. But if anybody has any recommendations, please hop in our Discord and let us know. That would be something appropriate for the something for general chat. Once I have a couple of things, we'll do a poll and we'll figure it out. Once we get near the end of Valhalla, we'll do another poll because that's how we chose to play Valhalla first of our games, and then we'll do another poll and we'll see which game we gonna play next on Tuesday nights. So we're every Tuesday and Thursday night here, unless we're at a show and can't. At 5 p.m. PST, and that's kind of what we're about. We're gonna have a new pin, which will also go up on our merch store. And speaking of which, we have a merch store where we have a whole bunch of cool other stuff on there. You should go check it out, especially if you want pins and stuff that were at PAX. If you're a fan of Valhalla, we have Valhalla pins, we have Y2K pins, we have Masquerada pins, we have a lot of cool pins that you can like decorate your bags and stuff with, which is definitely stuff that I did. Ooh. Oh no. Oh, gotta fix that. Hold on. I'm a technical wizard. Excellent. So if you have any suggestions for the game that you'd like to see us play next after Dream Daddy, please let us know, and I'll reach out. We'll see if we know. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for things. And the question was, what are we going to play next? Aside from can we lower the game? Let's see who asked that. I want to make sure credit where credit's due. Despoiler98 asked us, hey Jacob, when we finish this game, do we know what we're playing next? So you can shout it out. You can talk about it in chat. You can talk about it in our Discord. You can tweet at us at Ysbryd Games. And speaking of which, Solar Exalt is in the chat. Her name is Meredith Gerber. She is our social media coordinator. She is fantastic. So you can reach out to us any number of ways and share with us your feedback and opinion, because we crave it. We crave it like a ham sandwich. Or if you're a vegetarian ham sandwich. Yes. Anyway, yeah, I think that's pretty much all we're doing. I hope everybody's doing well. I have my tea this evening. I like Ysbryd drink times because, you know, that's one of the feelings that we're trying to capture kind of as a company and as a crew is I want to know, what's everybody drinking tonight? This is my honey bush and orange tea with a little bit of honey what mixed in, because I in my other life in my other life. The things that I do outside of Ysbryd, I am a professional voice actor and a games writer. As a matter of fact, I have a credit in Toronto. That's how I got to know Ysbryd Games and started my relationship with us. The royal we is weird. Anyway. Kikazi. Jacob, out of curiosity, do you have the ability to set members of chat as VIPs? I will check that out. That is a good note. That is a good note. We have been so busy in prepping for PAX, some of the things that I've been working on have kind of fallen by the wayside as far as some of the emotes and things like that. But that is a very good note. I have just this week, cleared my plate of some stuff and some games that we're talking about and looking at and scouting. And some other, back-end things that we're doing to prepare for the show. So I can actually bump that back on the list. So we'll write that down right now. Twitch. VIPs, just Twitch stuff. Again, if you know any artists or anything like that that would like to perhaps be hired for emotes and things, that would be great. In our Discord, we have an emote suggestion channel. That would be lovely. I would very much appreciate that because it's a community thing, and you're the community. So let's community it up. Community-acate. I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna workshop it. We can all workshop it in the Discord. I don't know, community-acate works. Anyway. Alright, cool. Excellent. Alright. Boom. So, what say we begin? Ba-blah. 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 I really do like this song. Alright, let us continue.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Ooh, I'm seeing Darkest Dungeon in the thing. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind. It might be a bit of a long game, so I don't know if we would do the whole thing, but that is a very good suggestion. Alright, Damien. How do you do? I finally decided to join, blah, blah, blah. Yes. Let us message. Alright. It's third date. Yes, we know. Very serious. Serious times. Dad tip 45. Do what you love and the money will come. Oh, says Dream Daddy's not responding. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Oh, I thought it was going to crash. And thus we begin. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through Dadbook. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hanging out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Ooh, I ran out of breath. Ellipses. Yes, Amanda. I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie.
Ugh.
Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Okay, well, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge chatting. Damien's cape, I mean cloak. It's a very important distinction. He hates it when people call it a cape. Hey! Okay, I totally understand why people think we would have gone for Damien first. But it was Craig. It was Craig. Love that Craig. The baby. Anyway, he hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is going to seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? In Gothic subculture... Damien. A Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the styles surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning.
Huh.
Interestingly enough, though, that was in the Victorian era. Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something. I've experienced losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe the only manageable way to cope is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us. So good. Hey Lucky Anna asks, a key question, does Jacob own a cloak? Currently, no. Jacob does not own a cloak. Does it make you feel scared? Oh, not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs with their dead relatives. Excuse me. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Sarah Sorende says, so if Jacob and other people don't know, Damien is trans, by the way. Oh, wow. There's a throwaway line about binders, I think, during the first date. I did not know that. That is badass. Okay, cool. Awesome. That's right. Something that I'm trying to challenge myself, because one of the things that I default to is saying so good. And I'm better than that. Instead of just repeating that one phrase over and over and over again, I am trying to vary it up, because I went back and watched some VODs, and it is a tick that I have, and I don't like that. So I'm trying to change it up. Uriel X called me out on Jacob's So Good count 1. Please call me out on that. I invite you to. Don't be a jerk. But absolutely, you can call me out on that. I'm trying to change it. Hey Lucky Anna says, you're better than bad. You're so good. Anyway, back to the game. Now we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I am not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Ellipses. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm. his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. LBX Annie says, "Oh, good Jacob stream. I need it right now. It's been a day." Thank you very much for being here. We at Ysbryd Games are very happy to be the solve at the end of a long day.
Huh.
I'm so sorry. I have to take this. Damien steps away from me and answers his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
What?
There's an emergency. Lucian?
Huh.
No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Oh, then come. There isn't time to waste. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. Dimly wit? Yes, dimly wit. Ooh, not the only thing that's dimly wit tonight. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly wit. Alright, mouth. Do what I frickin' want you to. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. Thank you. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is. Oh, also, just as a side note, because I have a note here that says say this, if I have a note I wrote to myself earlier telling me to say this thing. If there are any clips or anything like that, like if there's any any moments or anything like that that you think would stand out, especially things that you might want to show people outside the community, like it's like, hey, we have a good time here. This is kind of what we're about. It would be cool if you did that. There's absolutely no obligation, but if you did, that would be awesome. And I would love to see that. Some of the clips that you've taken so far have just been fantastic. But clip away, clip-a-roo, clip-a-rye, if there is something that's particularly fun or enjoyable, or something that's like, here, look, this is neat, that you would like shaken at someone. Yes, because we have Meredith here. She's our professional internet shaker. Yeah. There we go. Back to the game. Okay. Oh, wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, I see cages. So I think this is and like a doggy door kind of thing. So I think this is like a veterinary office. I hope he comes out with a kitty. That would be fantastic. That would be absolutely lovely. Yes. Hey, Stabby Tabby Cat is here. Hello, Stabby Tabby Cat. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of the seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking pets. Oh, scared-looking dogs, excuse me. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, sailor. Mary, what are you doing here? You weren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Oh, great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, I just... Sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering in an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Dames? She calls him Dames? That is the best, and they're friends, and that is excellent. Not so good. It's excellent. It's so excellent. Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Damien? Oh, Lord. Oh boy. The hair pulled back is really, really good. Wow. Okay. And the glasses too. All right, this is great. This is all very, very good. This is all lovely. Damien? Hey. It's... Oh, wow. Damien took off his nail polish too. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with the Victorian history and the goth lifestyle, that much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. Oh, I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
What?
Oh, right. There's a dog named Duchess Cordelia. Wonderful. That's wonderful. Wonderful. A Ken? Who's Duchess Cordelia? Oh, she's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? This morning, I went to sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. Sea shanties to the cats. Mary goes in and sings sea shanties to the cats, because even her house had like the big nautical thing, and they wear like that nautical style in the family. Like, oh man, that's so good. I'm picturing Mary walking into a big room, just kittens freaking everywhere, and then like belting out Wild Rover. Like, I've been a wild rover for many a year, and I spent all me money on whiskey and beer. Like, that's wonderful. I have to stay here with the pets, so you two need to go and find her. Shades of Hades says, she turned the kitten room into a theater just for the sea shanties. Of course. Where could she be?
Come on.
Well, she always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Chris. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. He's a name tag that says, hello, my name is Damien. Oh. Fantastic. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Oh, man. Oh, man, I'm Nerd's house? Well, at least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Mary's sick pad, Nerd's house, Coffee Dad, Kale, Mario Batali, Smalls, Dames, other Nerd's house. That's so good. Kale, Coffee Spoon, Cats, Softball Field. It says Mary's map up the top. Aquarium with a weird frickin' stingray. The ocean or whatever. Bayside. She took the time to write shit when she messed up east and west. The best way to remember on a compass road is north, south, and then we. Because we always get our directions correct. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? I mean, the Coffee Spoon, probably, because that's where... Coffee Spoon. Coffee Spoon. Yeah, let's do Coffee Spoon. Sarah Sorrento says, oh, Jacob, save before you head out. Yes, yes, indeed. Yes. Yes, indeed. Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving toward town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Oh, shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark Bark Bark. Oh, this game is the best. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Chris? Gotta stay positive. My dad once told me, Chris, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude. And you know what? I made it happen. Ew. It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Young children really are resilient, I suppose. Haha, yes. Young children. I was 16. Let's just hope for the best. Lynette Melody says, I come in just in time to hear Jacob say bark, 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 and then laugh, start to a good night. We got this. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Oh, didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? I can't say that I have. You're looking for one? Can you describe them to me? Enormous. Oh, that pretty well covers it.
Hey, yeah.
Cool. I find strays digging for food scraps in the alley out back sometimes. I'll be sure to keep an eye out. We head back to the car. A dog. Softball field? I'm gonna go with softball field. Softball field. Sarah Sorrente says, so, pay attention to what people tell you when you're searching, Jacob. Yes, yes, it's a mystery. A mystery. A mystery for us and the Ysbrydians. Get in the mystery van, kids. We are going. Hunting? Hunting? Searching. Seeking? Seeking. Not hunting. We're trying to find this dog. Dogging. No. Ooh. Nope. Oh. Alright. So we drive to the softball field. It looks like Craig's team is practicing. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Anyway, Craig spots us and jogs over, softball bat slung over his shoulder. Hey bros, what's up? Craig, you would have happened to see a dog around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter and trying to locate her. I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something? Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad. We have names. Girls, have you seen any dogs around? Well, there was a big dog here just a few minutes ago. I don't think she had an owner, but it really wanted to play. We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog. Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later. Many thanks, Craig. Okay, softball field. Aquarium? Aquarium. Let's try aquarium. Damien and I stopped by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here, but it might help to get out of the car and take a look. Have you seen anything? Or you seen anything?
Oh, no.
No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Do you know that penguins are considered the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Oh, Bayside, Bayside. That's really what I wanted. We arrived back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? I remember it as if it were yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So, what do you think? Any sight of the pooch? None yet, although who knows if she made it into any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her to know how to navigate in rough seas and without a compass. Very smart. Pops? Damien and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Did you think I just stayed inside all day, vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry, what are you doing? I'm heading home to veg out on the couch and watch TV. I had to get a burrito first. A young miss, have you seen a dog around here?
Yes.
Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around its neck. I saw a big old Doberman named Henry. There was a stroller full of Yorkies, a Greyhound, a Golden Retriever. Did you see a Mastiff anywhere? No dice. I would definitely have remembered that.
Oh.
I gotta run, though. This Rito has about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down the molecular structure of the tortilla and makes it all soggy. You understand. I do? Of course. Have a lovely evening, Miss Kringle. What did I miss? I missed a detail. I feel that the hours are growing short. We must make haste if we're to find the Duchess by sundown. Damien's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think of something to lighten the mood. I mean, I'm gonna have to go with what kind of dog does a vampire have? Because I want to know the answer. I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take up the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be too tempting to... A bloodhound. I was going to say bloodhound, Damien. Oh, yes. Ha, ha, ha. Save scrub? Save scrub. Yeah. I don't know. How many? 1. Goths are very capable, especially when looking for a dog. Ah, that's the way to do it. Hey, and we see... It's weird that his face appears on one side, but like the eggplants come from another side. But hey, we did it. I keep reading Damien directions from the map as we drive around town. Oh, man. Back to the coffee spoon? I don't want to mess this up, so I'm completely open to suggestions here. I mean, we haven't been to the cul-de-sac. Yeah, Sarah says, well, there's only one area we haven't been to, right? Yeah, the cul-de-sac. Nope. All right, we'll try that. We drive through the cul-de-sac, and everything seems pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull in Brian's driveway and hop out. Hey, don't step on the grass. I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today? Aside from your underwatered lawn? Oh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously. Chris, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you?
I don't know about that.
Well, a few hours ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to re-till the soil. Well, that could be a dog, or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all of my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog.
Oh, no.
She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. And that would be the coffee spoon, because there's scraps out back. We head back inside the coffee spoon. Hey, Matt. Guys, I think I may have seen that dog you were looking for.
Aye.
You did, a brown mastiff. Size of a house, yeah. I don't have Matt's voice. Because, like, Craig is definitely bro, but this guy's surfer bro, so it's tough to differentiate between the two. I don't know. I'm gonna have to keep cracking at it. Lynette Melody says Jamaican. I think I'm gonna stay away from that, because yeah. I don't know. I'll come up with something. I'll figure something out. It's just Scottish. I'll just keep switching it up until I get something. Size of a house? Yeah, I saw it digging through the trash out back. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. The size of a house? Yeah, I saw it digging through the trash in the back. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Yeah, I will. I'll figure something out. It's not super important. Despoiler98 said, in all caps, Jacob, look up the VOD. So, just to let you know, in order to try to get the voices consistent and everything, I do. And I do practice. And I have them all written down on the sheet with all the key phrases and everything that I do. So I appreciate the advice, but I got it. Thank you, though. But Matt and Craig just kind of ended up the same, and I've been doing Matt kind of similar. So but they were far enough in the game where it didn't really matter. But now that Craig and Matt were kind of next to each other, it's a little jarring, and I can kind of tell like the same. Kikazu says surfer bro but deeper voice. I might actually try that. Yeah, that's pretty good advice. Yeah. Size of a house. Size of a house. Size of a house. Size. Size. Oh, man. Okay, so I'm just going to read Matt like normal. I In order to get the deeper voice, I need to engage a lot of my diaphragm and everything. And I did a really hard ab workout yesterday, and doing that really hurts. So I'm just gonna read them normal. Size of a house? Yeah, I saw it digging through the trash in the back. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. I can do a little. Yeah. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of old right said bread. That pup tore through 3 pans of old said banana bread. Want to take some for the road just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This right said banana bread is gonna be so good. Chris said it, not me. Doesn't count. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant it's gonna be so good for the dog to eat. Again, he said it, not me. Doesn't count. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? Well, if we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that, I'm grateful. Man, he's got to do laundry like every single day. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. A splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Verily. East, headed east. East. So, coffee spoon, cul-de-sac then? Is that 2 east? Ooh, this is tough. Let's go with cul-de-sac. Oh, Sarah Sorrente says yes. Excellent. Good. That is directly to the east. Go there. Fantastic. We arrive at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except... Uh-oh. Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. I hope at some point they say clever girl. I pray that at some point they say clever girl. This is classic Duchess Cordelia. A telltale sign we should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep up to the porch and step inside. Look at the big popper. Look at the big popper. Robert Merlot has shown up to the chat, one of our other mods. So a huge shout out and hello to you. Robert Merlot says, after making and consuming food, I have arrived. Robert Merlot asks, how are we doing? I can only speak for myself. I'm doing quite well. My tummy's a little sore, but other than that, doing just fine. A little bit gassy. A little gassy, too. There, sitting in the corner of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Oh, I love this dog. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here. Yet. Wonderful. And now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out of here before Hugo comes. Two Flower asks, can you pet the dog? That's a very fine question. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl.
Huh.
Oh, she's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Give her the right said banana bread. Yes. Yes. Eggplants. Eggplant. That actually matches his shirt. I just noticed that his shirt is a slight gradient from shoulder to tum-tum. That's very nice. I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of right said banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy homemade vegan and possibly gluten-free banana bread if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approached me and gives... I love that this giant dog is named the Duchess. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it on the ground like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success. Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining.
Oh.
It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move.
Huh.
Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Alright, I have to save it. Yeah, we're definitely not trespassing. I like don't tell your dad about this. I'm gonna go with don't tell your dad about this. Ellipses. I'm definitely telling Hugo about this. Hey man, be cool. I am cool. Cool enough not to tell your dad? Ellipses. You're good. The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling against the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad. Ernest, are you okay? Ellipses. Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey. Oh no, I'm sorry, that was Robert. Hugo stands at the door looking like he's at a loss for words.
What?
What? What are you guys doing? What? Why are you... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog, and who knows how to open doors. Boo. Well said, Duchess Cordelia. Well said indeed. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Morph. We're friends. The Duchess licks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop. Dad, can we keep her? I don't know if we're set up to take care of,
What?
Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please. Look how cute she is. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me that you'll take care of her. Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires. I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and pull a pen out of my pocket. Well, I got the forms ready for you if you're interested. I'll even weigh the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke into your household. Well, all right, it's a deal. Hugo steps on the porch with us and signs the form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. I know. He called me Dad. Can you believe it? Oh, I've got to drop his voice register. Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks for your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Well, thank you. Thank you. Yes. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home, and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So, all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Chris, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know? If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting some puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him... Mary?
Hey.
You can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. LBX Annie says I has acquired a tea and sandwich. Tea. I had a bong mi earlier. It was lovely. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing. Okay, look, we just hunted down a boat in the shape of a dog. So... you know. I think the goth thing, like, don't worry about it. I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? He looks so nervous. Disbrother98 says, OMG, kiss his face. Yes, indeed. Stabby Tabby Cat says, hey, I'm a goth. We aren't bad. That's true. LBX Annie says, Rooibos with vanilla almond and toasted pumpernickel with honey peanut butter and orange marmalade. Hell yeah. Oh, you know how to live, LBX Annie. You know how to frickin' live. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions, it doesn't matter what it is. You care, and that's awesome. Ah, Damien's great. And also the glasses are very cute. That is true. Some Walter White looking glasses right there. They're fantastic. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Oh, making my own peanut butter. I mean, I already make my own jam. Oh, that's maybe not a bad idea. What has become of me?
Huh.
Well, then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face on my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. I thought his eyes were the same color. Aren't they? They seem to glow with an inner fire. The inner fire of passion. Yes. Yeah. Oh, hey, Luckiana. Is gifting 2 tier 1 subs to Ysbryd Games community. They've gifted a total of 2 on the channel. Thank you very much. 1 sub went to Christ, and the other one went to I'm gonna go with Dr. Karzon or Drakarzon. I'm gonna go with Dr. Karzon. With Dr. Karzon. Hello, good doctor. May I kiss you? Yes. Thou art welcome. Don't wanna F this up. Yes, eggplants. Verily, you may take upon yourself the... You know what? Just kiss me. Yeah. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look.
Huh.
Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? That's a euphemism I haven't heard before. Yes. Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac. Are his eyes a little more purple here? I'm going to say yes. Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac. Our fingers intertwine. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. Whatever yourself you decide to be, you can totally be it around me. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Lynette Melody says red eyeshadow. You know what? I hadn't noticed that in the goth. That's rad. That's rad as hell. Can we keep sending each other letters? Oh, but of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Ah, yes, this scene. Yes. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda.
Huh?
So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. Deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Don't forget to floss every day. Date complete. History channel, almost full. Family vacation, goth, Edwardian, dog, werewolf.
My dear friend, you've simply taken the egg on this one. Taken the egg is it's a Victorian phrase. It technically means winning, so, ultimately, you've won.
Good line. Achievement unlocked. Interview with the vampire. There's like a prologue though, right? Whew, I think I have everything set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Chris. Be cool. Okay, so this is the end of the game. If chat could let me know what parts I can safely skip or fast forward to get to the Damien-centric part, because if you want to go back to our YouTube channel and check out the VOD, we played through the Prime timeline with Craig, and we have just gotten through the first branching timeline, Shard 1, with Damien. So I'm going to save it here, and then... If somebody could, Alex White Chat says, we can hit fast forward on the top right to get dialogue we haven't seen before. It'll auto-stop when we haven't seen it before. Oh, cool. Oh, that is so handy. Okay.
Huh?
Sorry, sweetie, it's the feds. Life of crime, finally catching up to you.
Oh. Oh. Yes.
Beep beep beep. Everybody's here.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached to the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. Did we miss something? I think we missed something. I'm gonna load that epilogue. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have a real fluffy... Ah, yes, we haven't seen this. Excellent. We have a real fluffy Samoyed right now. His name's Harold. Loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro, we call him. It's one of those... it's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We could always use extra hands around the shelter. And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. It really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. Hey, Sailor, your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached to the hip these days. He's around. Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. At one point, I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Yeah! Duchess! Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down. Oh, excuse me. We're working on that. Got her in a disciplinary class. She's a wild spirit who runs where she may. I don't mind at all. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely.
Oh.
LBX Annie said, would be interested in Jacob playing Doki Doki on stream, but that might be too content warning. Once I start my own personal stream, that might be something that I'd be okay with. Because this isn't my stream. This is the stream for Ysbryd Games. I am the community manager and the host. I think it might be a little much. I don't know. I might actually, I think that might be a little much. She's a valuable addition to the clan. If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it. Cool.
I don't know.
We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime. Chris! Brian, you made it! Ha, I don't pass up on a good Mac. What do you think of the party? It's not bad. I think we did this, yeah. Yep. Yep. We did that. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yes. A good. Yes. Knife dad. Stab at Jim. Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you. I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. He's kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot, and it seems like you make him happy. So, you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucian. That means a lot to me. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Thanks for coming by, Lucian. See you around, Chris. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch step. The sun is setting, and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party pops, and we saw that. Present time. Yep, we did that. Good. There we go. Boom. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches seedy boys? Oh man, that's what I'm calling them now. I don't care what they did in the Victorian era. I just got a cop squat on this here seedy boy. All right. What? Really? I'm kidding, Chris, but what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Well, thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Chris, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show you my true form, my information technology form. Like Frieza from Dragon Ball, even got the purple shirt. But what you said about me, about how passion was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself, a three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I love dressing the way I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. Excellent. Excellent. Good Damiening. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile.
Oh,
I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. Damien, I'm so happy you've realized that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Chris. Me too. I feel myself inching closer and closer to Damien. I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face, and I'm shocked at how soft it is. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me, placing a hand on the side of my face. He strokes my cheek with his thumb. I can picture that so vividly. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Damien pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. Marvelous. Yep, that's excellent. That is very, very good. Fast forward, daddy. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fast forward, daddy. Yeah. You're the best, Pops. That's right. We're gonna be the best, like, a bunch more times. Hell yeah. I forgot this part. That is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. That's excellent. That is lovely. Whew, okay. So that was Damien's track. Track? What's the proper lingo? Course? It's not course. Timeline? My brain's not getting there. Thread, path, route. That's it, route. That is correct. Oh my goodness. Okay. Path, route, arc. But I think route is the visual novel specific one. Cool. Well, that was fantastic. We learned a lot about Damien. I dare say we learned a lot about ourselves. I learned a lot about you. You learned a lot about me. We generally all learned a lot. But seriously, that was excellent. I really, really enjoyed the heck out of that. All right, so we're going to take a break now. We'll take a 5-10 minute break. I'm going to refresh my key, and then we are going to come on back, and we are going to start dating another daddy. So take a break, get up, stretch, do whatever it is that you need to do, and think about which daddy you would like Chris to date next, and we shall do that. And I will see you all in 5 to 10 minutes. Have a wonderful break, and see you when we get back. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ysbryd Games channel. My name is Jacob Burgess, your humble host and community manager. Tonight, we're playing Dream Daddy. We just, earlier in the evening, 5 to 10 minutes ago, because I've lost track of time, finished the Root, which is the proper term for visual novels, one of the most common terms for visual novels. Again, a thing that I just learned. Yeah, we just finished Damien... Blood March? Blood March. Damien Blood March. Blood March's Root. And we're going to start a new one. So, if the chat would like to let me know which daddy they'd like to see me romance next, I've seen a lot of calls. Let me just scroll up in the chat. I think some folks said Matt and also Hugo. Okay, so we've got a couple of votes for Hugo. Oh, excuse me. I'm a little gassy. Blue Bag to Stormcrow showed up. Says, looks like I'm just in time for a new daddy. Sarah Sorende says, so I recommend Hugo next. A lot of people are saying Hugo. Hey Lucky Annie posted that I have been mispronouncing her name, which is absolutely correct because I keep thinking about Anna, Peachy Anna, who wrote Arcade Spirits with Two Flower, because I kept calling her Annie, so I might as well have learned her name properly and then messed up every other Annie forever. Yeah, I'm the best. So looks like we're gonna go Hugo. All right, great. It helps if you switch the thing. There we go. Drink a full glass of water in the morning to help wake up. Oh, did I hit new game? Oh, I did not mean to do that. Oh, what have I done? What have I done? I hit new game. Oh, God, the house. It's all packed up.
Build that.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Where is the... Oh, an escape does nothing? Oh, I'm trapped in hell. Oh, no. I shut down the game so I could restart it. That's what I'm doing right now. Now it's just tiny Jacob in a void. I'm in a void of loneliness while I'm waiting for the game to launch once again. Oh, what have I done? It's so empty. Come back to me, Dream Daddy. Come back to me. Thank you. There we go. Continue. Captain Rasputin says we can't make a new dad. Every dad deserves a bit of the crinkle. that would be great. Elemental Alchemist said, why would we build another dad if we have Chris? There is no other dad. There is only Chris. Like Zool, except way better. Which, because I'm old, that was a Ghostbusters reference. Yeah, we're gonna trash that. Yeah, delete that. I don't know who Homer is. Homer doesn't exist. Alright, we're gonna scroll on down. And we'll just go back to Dad Book. Yeah? Wait. We should go back to an earlier Dad Book before Craig date. No, we shouldn't. No, we should go back to that Dad Book. Yeah, cool. Alright, we got it.
Welcome. You've got dads.
It was Hugo. Oh, what's this? Ah, this is the past. Be good, me. Buy that ice cream. We did it. Okay, so I'll have to fast forward through this because we did this one. No way. You go away. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. I'm friends with his dad. Here comes Knife Boy. Stabby Jim. Thanks, Stabby Jim. Ice cream scene.
Welcome. You've got
Now we
dads.
save again. There we go. Excellent. Alright, Hugo time. Let's go, Hugo. Let's go. Let's go, Hugo. Let's go. Let's go, Hugo. Let's go. Massage. They really stepped up the production value in episode 5. Look at situations positively. Oh, let's put the buzzy boy on Do Not Disturb. I navigate to Hugo's dad book and type out a message. Sarah Serende says, for the future, if you want to skip the dad book messenger events, you should be able to click outside of the window to close it. Ah, thank you. Hey, Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Want to hang out sometime? I wait a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me. I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accountable for, and they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Uriel X asks, didn't we do the chaperone aquarium thing already? We may have, but I'm just going to replay it. I don't think we did the whole thing. I think we stopped halfway through. We didn't finish this date, so I'm going to play the thing all the way through. Also, for the benefit of folks watching us on YouTube. Hello, folks watching us on YouTube. So, yes. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you? Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible. Everyone sucks, no self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40-plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over, I don't know, pizza day, top 40s pop. Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I'm going to say I didn't like it. I had my first crush in middle school, and I'm still bitter about it. Alexis Stuggs, you hurt me, and I'll never forget. What'd she do to you? I stare off into the middle distance, remembering the 24 hours that we dated and the 3 times that we held hands between class periods. Then I remembered the bitter betrayal. Her leaving me for Arnold Birmingham, him making me eat dirt in front of her. I don't want to talk about it. See, middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requested my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. I just wanted to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? The last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. I love clam chowder. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore?
What?
No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder. That's right, I remember this. That's lovely. Didn't say the thing I'm trying to say. No, it's because Bobby Wellingham threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Right. Let's leave that story firmly in the past. Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vegas sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. Yes, I remember the part too, because the ocean is full of liquid nightmares. What are you worried, that a whale is going to pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there. Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of the ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beat me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks it looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo, it's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar. Oh, great. Well, it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids. They're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All of the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. Then they go back to texting. At least they're quiet? Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school, after all. Oh. We'll see. The classes start filling into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, there will be a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. The kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet? Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asks them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books? Oh, we just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the future to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. Yes. It gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on. They have a phenomenal section of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? Whoa. But their spines are venomous, too. Nature is hardcore. Oh. You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, keep it here? Blue Magnus Stormrose says the lionfish and I have so much in common. Oh, they're relatively harmless, so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Oh. Tissue necrosis. Cool. Nature's wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Does he fish? Oh, if he fishes. That's a good man. If he fishes, I like fishing. Yeah, I'm gonna go out to the ocean and sit on down. And with my rod, a little bit of bait. Jigs, not live bait, because I don't like them wigglies. And putting them on the hook makes me feel bad, so I use a jig. You just sit there and kind of hope you don't catch nothing. You just like to be in the quiet, enjoying nature. It's nice. Of course, I'm talking about the fishing I do in Final Fantasy XIV. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. Yes, there we go. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... That's the save in the game. Oh. Yeah? Did you know that this fish openly supports the legalization of marijuana? Ha! I didn't know it was so progressive. Times are changing, man. Oh. Wait, are you serious? I'm playing it for the gag here. Yes. Ah, good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine... We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swim around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across... Oh. That wasn't a good read. I'm gonna take that back. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry, hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. Anime Kitty asks, why would you fight over a Capri Sun? Gotta get that bag juice. That's what all the kids are saying nowadays. I read on the internet. It's that bag juice. They're just crazy for it. Bag juice. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow.
Hey!
I walk over to join him. Beautiful, isn't it? Save game. We can learn a great deal from Mother Ocean. A great many mysteries lie in the ocean. It truly is fascinating to be able to observe it in a setting such as this. Yes. Okay, smarty pants answers. That's a very astute point, Chris. Yeah, see that tie? That's not effing around. That's why he wears the bow tie. It's to support the massive brain. We stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. We eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edge of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands. Silent Silence AUX. Silence Australian? Boy. Silence. I'm gonna go with Silence AUX. I don't know how to properly phonetically say your. Alright, Silence AUX says, man, I don't know how to pronounce it. But Silence AUX says, to win over Hugo, you have to be deep, like the ocean. Hugo rolls up his sleeves and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Chris? Oh, I think I'm good. I don't really, I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun and informative. I'll get to learn that you're terrified of the ocean and all of its creatures. Don't make fun of me, but I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me and my delicious hands if they're given the chance. That's amazing. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. The stingrays have had their barbs removed, the horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. Oh, excuse me. It feels like fun, slimy leather. Oh my. It's only the first date and we're already getting naughty. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? Are you teachering us? I dive my hand back into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. For the same anemone. Same anemone. That's good. That's great. Well, this is definitely not written with voice acting in mind. My hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. Same anemone. That's fun to say. That's just, everybody should try it. Same anemone. Same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just got a little carried away Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Why's that? Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Did a girl try and steal a stingray? Oh, dear Lord. Susan! Susan, get back here! Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. I walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think he might need a bad cop. Look, kid. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. We don't have time for games here. Oh. Alright, that's fine. Whatever it is, it goes back into the touch tank now. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do.
Oh.
Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time, we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. It lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move.
Huh?
Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. An employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside where he was gonna die? Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan skulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. He gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks, sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of beautiful underwater plant life surrounds us.
Yes.
Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth. Ooh, that's intense. That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones. Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard. I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years too. All however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Oh.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Yes. Yeah, Hugo. You got them hungry brains. You. Thirsty gray matter. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. Nor should you, Chris. Nor should you. We'll get there. We finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour. The Arctic exhibit. Yeah. It's like winter in the sea. Do we get to see the penguins?
Hey.
Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. The goths of the ocean, as we learned in a different timeline. Our group of kids runs around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. Anime Kitty asks, what kind of children are these? The most I ever took was gummy bears from the grocery store. Yeah, these are hell kids. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad. Are they gonna find a kid, like, in the enclosure, like somehow got in there?
What?
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god. That... Oh, I called it. I called it. Oh, boy. See, in the... if you're familiar with Bible studies, there's the Book of Revelation. And in the Book of Revelation, There's a demon named Legion, and it is one demon but many bodies, and I think the author of Revelation merely had to chaperone some children or teach a class of children, and then wrote the demon Legion as an apocalyptic harbinger of all the end times. I understand saying apocalyptic harbinger of the end times literally is saying the end of everything 3 times. That's how bad it is. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding, it's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. I have just been told to save by many people. So I've done that. I look over to the penguins and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. How the hell did you get in there, child? Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We've got to stop her. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, I have an announcement. The whole room turns towards Hugo. Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo confused. Well, this is my shot. I run into the enclosure and am greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst, hey! The girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. You can't be in here. Neither can you. I try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. I catch myself before I hit the ground, but the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. The crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Couple of frickin' anarchists. Where are they even going to go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest. I'm running out of time. Lay down the law. Try to relate to her. I'm gonna go with bribe. I will give you $20 right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a second. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later and we have a deal. We move to shake in our agreement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Nice. Block those birds.
Bird.
What? I am confused. I am very confused. Okay. Oh, I see. Ah. Well, this is tough. Get out of here. Get back. Be gone, penguins. Be gone. Away with ye. Back, foul demons. How did the... What?
Ride that team.
Okay. Oof. I'm not getting a good rank for that. Hey, all right. Hey, I did it. All right, cool. Whew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech.
Hey,
And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few penguin in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Alex Whitechat says, so long as you don't fail it, you get an S. Mini games are pass-fail. Man, get it? I mean, I could have just... Didn't have to tell me. I could have just lived in my own happy little world being like, yeah, my rocket hands are really good. That's fine. I mean, I'll still take it. I'm still going to be proud of myself with my rocket hands. Like E Honda, but with rocket hands. Yeah. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
what?
What? I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan. I suppose so that they can compare animal thief notes.
Oh.
You're not off the hook, Molly. Chris, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child. You can't play by the rules when there's penguins on the line. Alright, I'm going with that. I'll just let it ride. Listen, man. We've all done dark things in our lives. I'm not the young, bright-eyed youth I used to be. That person believed in a world where he wouldn't have to bribe children to save a penguin. The me today knows different. I only wish I could go back. Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey, Chris. Thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It was no problem. It was actually kind of fun. Let me take you out next time to make it up to you. You like cheese boards? I am all about cheese boards. There's nothing on earth more satisfying than a good cheese board. Yes! Great. Well, I gotta make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. Sarah Sorende says we probably need to at least start Hugo's route if we want to finish it before PAX. There we go. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What's you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How's the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin.
Dad.
We've all been there. I had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw.
Hey.
You got into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud? He's actually pretty cool. I had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father. Grow your own vegetables. It's cheaper, I think. Yeah. Hello, you beautiful mustachioed man. It's a very fun bow tie. I like your tweed.
That was so good you gave me goosebumps.
That was so good you gave me goosebumps. There was a pause there, like that was a joke? Because he was talking about birds? I don't know. I didn't get it. I don't know.
Welcome. You've got Dad.
Alright. Ooh. Okay, so if I have it right, I can go on another date now or do this kind of dad book thing. But the dad book thing I can do anytime, right? Like, I think that's how it works. We've got enough time to do one or the other. So do you want to, like, start the second date or do this dad book thing? Chat, what say ye? I shall sip my tea and rest my voice a little bit. We got one for date from Anime Kitty. Sarah Serendi says, let's date then and see if we can make time for dad book next time. Cool. All right. All right. Blue Magnus Stormer Crow says, Date. Date. Very well. We will start the second date before we wrap up. Boop, 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 boo. Elemental Alchemist says, Date-san? Date-san. I should take Hugo up on his offer to hang out. I had a lot of fun with him at the aquarium. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey, still want a cheeseburger? Hugo responds within a few minutes. Colin is still... so good. Ooh. Nope, I have to... No, let me scroll up. I want to scroll. Oh, good. Okay, that's the arrow keys. Whew, okay. Colin is still being a humongous shithead. He won't stop sending the same picture of Jackie Chan in a mesh shirt to the printer, and it's a nice picture, but it's wasting all my paper. Whoops, sorry, meant that for another teacher. But seriously, he's insufferable. There's pictures of Jackie Chan everywhere. Save a couple for me? My Jackie Chan scrapbook's a little light on content, and I really think this would round it out. Ha! Let me get back to you after class ends. I stand up from the computer and stretch. Well, guess there's only one thing to do now. Dad nap. I hop on the couch and turn on some Antiques Road Warrior for background noise. Oh god, that sounds so good. Wastelander.
I got this ornate cabinet from a yard sale for $5 in 1982. To be told that it once belonged to a Confederate general is a huge surprise, and this will feed my tribe for weeks.
I really like the way the appraiser's voice echoes through the mouthpiece of his leather armor/bondage gear. Maybe this is that ASMR thing Amanda keeps telling me about. I drift off to sleep. I'm jolted awake by a book message from Hugo. Hey, sorry about that. Colin's in the principal's office now. He says he knows Jackie Chan personally and that Jackie won't be happy to hear this. I fumble out a reply. I get off work in a little while and I continue to be very serious about the cheese boards. Yeah, so am I. Hugo and I work out the details and I'm all set to meet him in a few hours. Amanda walks in the door just as I'm about to leave. What's up, Buttercup? I say that. Just getting home from school? Where are you going? Oh. Oh. I can see where this joke is going, and I'm already pre-laughing. Oh, I have a meeting with the board. The board? A cheese board is what I meant. I'm getting cheese with your teacher. Will you be able to fend for yourself until dinner time? Yeah, I'll live, but only if you can talk him into going easy on me for the final. Sorry, buddy, that ball's in your court. What's in my court, you ask? Just a variety of delicious cheeses, meats, and their accompanying crackers. Maybe some olives, a little bit of fig jam. Oh, God, that sounds so good. Oh, that sounds so good.
Ugh.
I'm gonna make plum jam tomorrow. Yes, I get it. You're excited about the cheese. Sweetie, you'll get it one day. But now, I gotta see a man about some manchego. Please leave. I walk into a... Ooh, this is nice. Ooh. They got Vintner barrels over there. Nice stack of plates. That's really good. That's really, really nice. I walk into a quaint French diner, and Hugo waves me down to a booth in the corner. He looks pretty tired. Yeah, he just got done with a day of work as a teacher. Of course he's tired, Chris. Long day? Every day is a long day when you teach middle schoolers. Colin started a gambling ring. The pictures of Jackie Chan were just a cover. He's bartering in those little rubber band bracelets that are also shapes. Is that the one that parents think means sex stuff? Those ones, yeah. But the reports are just sensationalist news media capitalizing on the fears of suburban parents, as usual. Like D&D.
I don't know.
At least I hope. Yikes. Right now, I'm very ready for some fine wine and some delicious cheese. A waitress stops by and takes her order for the biggest cheese plate you have. For the love of God, just please put cheese in my mouth, and recommends us some wine. Do you two want a scorecard for trivia? There's trivia? Yep, we're starting in a few minutes. Pretty much everyone here is playing. All waitresses are going to sound the same. Just live with it.
Oh.
We'd love to play, right, Chris? Yeah, sure. The waitress hands us a scorecard and a few pens before leaving. I might not be much help here. I'm not very good at being smart, I guess. Come on, I doubt it'll be too hard. Chris. Yeah. Chris. Here we go. Chris. Damn it. Okay. Right. I turn to see Matt and Brian here with their daughters, looking like they're ready for trivia. They come up to our table and greet us. Hey, guys. You all here for the old question and answers game?
Hey,
Yep, we come here every week.
Yep, we come here every week. But Brian and Daisy carry the team. Carmencita and I are just here for the cheese.
Yep, that's it. That's what Matt sounds like for now. I will come up with something better later, but that's what I want to do for now.
Provolone 2 lost to New York. Have been reigning champions for the last month.
Man, Brian's great at trivia too. That raises the stakes. Though. Solid team name, yeah. One of the best trivia names I ever heard was at the Stormcrow Tavern in Vancouver. It was there was a big picture of a Dalek like next to where they were sitting, and they called themselves Dalek Table or Delectable, and it was amazing. And I still chuckle about it when I hear it and think about it in my brain. And it was like 3 years ago, and it's super good. Called themselves Delectable, the Dalek Table. It's so good. Ah, damn it. That's 2. That's 2. Butternuts. Solid team name. Hey, Lucky Annie said, I sent to roller derby and a 50-plus-year-old derby girl went by the name Osteoferocious. Oh, that gives me life. Oh, that gives me life. That's Carmencita's claim to fame. It hurts me how good I am at puns.
Like father, like daughter.
Hey,
You guys gonna try to give us a run for our money?
Hey,
We'll see what we can do. I will destroy you. We're just here for the cheese, too. Listen, trivia is great, but we all know the real trivia championships are the cheeses we ate along the way. Good.
I don't know if that's how that phrase works, but I understand and appreciate the sentiment.
ah,
We'll have to think of a good team name, but I think this will be fun. Good luck. Brian, Matt, and their daughters head back to their table. Well, I guess we need a name. Got any good ideas? Craigslist Swiss Connections is very nice. Real Monsters, also very good. Easy Breezy Beautiful, very nice. I'm gonna go with Havarti like it's 1999. That speaks to me, and I really like Havarti. Havarti like it's 1999? That'll do just nicely. The waitress comes by with our cheese board and we revel in its glory. Already I can see a piece of cheddar with my name on it. I pair it with some strawberry preserves and slide into dairy-induced ecstasy. There's such a fine variety of charcuterie that I'm positively overwhelmed. A quick dip into the seasoned nuts, a slice of savory yet salty Gouda, or perhaps of a kosher crisp topped with honey and goat cheese. Oh. I'm so happy. Hugo raises his glass at me.
ah.
Cheers to cheese. Hey. Okay. A middle-aged man in a backwards baseball cap, sunglasses and cargo shorts jogs out of the back with the frenetic energy of a radio DJ. And I guarantee that this man is in an improv group. I would put money down on that. Quizmaster Quinn. Let's see. All right, everybody ready for some trivia? The restaurant cheers. Oh man, looks like everyone's really into this. That's what I like to hear. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Quizmaster Quinn. My actual name's Richard. I just like alliteration. More cheers. I see some of you brought your children here tonight. That's cool. My children won't speak to me. Haha, I'm just joking around. Classic Quizmaster Quinn humor. It's actually my wife that won't speak to me. She doesn't want kids. Haha. Let's get into some questions. The first category is literature. Excellent. You know who loved literature? My dead father. I look up to him so much. More jokes. Classic Quizmaster quips. Just trying to keep it light here, folks. Just like I thought my wife was the light of my life. Hugo, you got this literature stuff, right?
Oh,
Does Franz Kafka have an irrational fear of one day waking up as a large, grotesque, insect-like creature? Yes? This is the continent that encompasses the realms of Gondor, Rohan, Mordor, and Lothlorien. Other notable sites include Isengard, the Mirkwood, and Rivendell. What is the Elvish name for this continent? For this continent. No. I'm gonna save it. I think I know that. I think it's Arenal. Lemuria is a different setting entirely. Hoth and Endor are Star Wars, so process of elimination.
Wrong answer.
Was that wrong? How do you know? Okay. Who was the writer that created Tarzan and John Carter of Mars? I think it's William A. Alcott. Is it Burroughs? Man, I used to work for freaking Paizo Publishing. They reprinted these books, I believe. And Chad is telling me it's 2. Edgar Rice Burroughs. Fantastic. Edmond Dantes is better known as this man. Frankenstein Monster. Edmond Dantes? I think H.G. Wells, right? Count? Okay. Chad is telling me it is the Count.
Correct.
Cool. The Quizmaster walks around the room. I think he's doing crowd work. He stops by mine and Hugo's table. Whoa, nice cheese plate you got there. Stay away from our cheese, Quinn. Thank you? How's that cheese tasting, big guy? Good. Haha, great. Cheese used to be my favorite food, but I developed a lactose intolerance later in life. I'm sorry to hear that. I also developed clinical depression. Oh. But people don't tell you to just get over it. But people don't tell you to just get over your lactose intolerance, right? Nobody's like, have you tried exercising to get rid of your debilitating dairy allergy? Or you just need to choose to not let your throat close up when you eat brie.
Oh.
Anything? Does that scan? I'm trying to workshop my routine here. Quizmaster Quinn wanders off to another table. Who wants to start the next round? More cheers from the audience. The next round is cinema. Oh man, I love movies. Sometimes I'll retreat into them for days on end because obsessing over a fictional universe is easier than engaging with my real emotions and problems. Too real. Yeah. Ooh. Man, a lot of... Can't really do that a lot with tabletop games, though, because that's just like, hey, do you want to feel things? This is how you do it. Whew. Frodo Baggins, am I right? Is he okay? I think it's just his character. I hope. How's your cinema?
Oh.
Spotty, I don't know a lot about movies, but if there are any questions about bad horror movies, I can be of service. That's an interesting one.
Ah.
It's a bit of a guilty pleasure. There's no such thing as guilty pleasures. There is only pleasure. Yes. Crack the bones of life and suck out the marrow. Love what you love. I didn't need to do that last part, but you get the idea. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke ask Leia if she remembers? Father? Oh, no. Do you remember our mother? Yeah. I'm gonna go with Mom. Yeah. Yep, everybody says. Good. Excellent. Thank you, chat. What entertainer makes a fourth wall break? What entertainer makes a fourth wall breaking appearance in the film Gremlins 2? I think it's Hulk Hogan. I'm pretty sure. God, I think I remember it's Hogan. Yeah. Okay. Chat is agreeing with me. That is good. Yeah.
Correct.
The Three Demandments. Drink your milk. Say your prayers. Eat your vitamins. Which of these 80s horror movies dies? Oh, does. Okay. Which of these 80s horror movies does not feature an Indian burial ground as part of its setting? I think Poltergeist? No, The Shining does. I think Poltergeist. Pet Cemetery. So I think Within the Woods. Wait, maybe it's... No, Poltergeist. I think Poltergeist. I'm gonna go with Poltergeist. Oh, wait. I'm gonna go with Within the Woods because I think Poltergeist, Pet Cemetery, and The Shining all have it. Yeah, Within the Woods. Seems like we're doing pretty well, but we're neck and neck with Brian and Matt's team. Those guys are pros. I look over to their table and give them a friendly but competitive nod. I lock eyes with Brian. He gets a much sterner nod. And the next category is wrestling. Awesome. Okay, we're totally boned. Hugo grabs my arm.
Yes.
Wait, I got this. Is he a wrestling fan? Nikes. Oh, good. Huh? Man, you know who I would want to wrestle with? Literally anyone. I crave human interaction. Please put me in a chokehold. Please, it's been so long since I've been held. Dear Lord, Quinn, what is your problem, man? I can only process my emotions by making jokes out of them. Let's start the quiz! Remember that this is the lightning round. The first people to answer get the points. I look over to Hugo. He's focused. He's in it to win it. Question 1. This was the original name of Stone Cold Steve Austin in his debut for the WWE. The Ringmaster.
Ah.
Hugo's hand shoots up. Yes? The enthusiastic one over there. Steve Austin debuted as the Ringmaster.
Oh.
This is correct. Points to Havarti like it's 1999. Next question. This city was the location of the first ever WrestleMania. New York.
Ah.
Hugo's hand shoots up again. Yes, the one who looks like he has known the answer for his entire life.
Oh.
The first WrestleMania was held in New York at Madison Square Garden in 1985.
Correct.
Another correct answer for Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo's destroying these questions. He's so passionate about this. Oh my god, I hope they go to a wrestling event. I hope. I hope. Oh, please. I've never seen him act like this before. It's honestly kind of hot. Oh, a tough one. This title match went down in history as the shortest match at WrestleMania to date. Hugo jumps up, more excited than I've ever seen him.
Oh.
Yep. Chavo Guerrero versus Kane. Chavo versus Kane.
Incorrect.
Oh no, it's Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28? I'm gonna have to go and check that. Oh, sorry, Bucko, but that is incorrect. The answer is actually Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus at WrestleMania 28. No, that's absolutely wrong. I love this dude. I am such a freaking nerd. Oh, man. Oh. This is so good. I am such a nerd. Oh, my goodness. No, that's absolutely wrong. The real record is Chavo Guerrero versus Kane. WrestleMania 24, March 30th, 2008. Kane took down Chavo with one chokeslam and pinned him for the 3 count. I will not stand for this travesty. Amazing. Hey man, I'm just reading from the card here. I didn't actually write these. Well, you're still wrong. Oh man. Painter Skies just cheered with 100 bits. You're an so are we, and that's why we all love you. Well, thank you. I really appreciate that. What are you, my ex-wife? The crowd erupts in laughter. Hugo blushes. He retreats back into his chair. Fine. Wow, Hugo seemed really fired up about that. Where did he get this encyclopedic knowledge of wrestling? How do you know so much about wrestling? You just pick stuff up. That sounds suspect, but it doesn't seem like he wants to talk about it. I turn my attention back to the quizmaster. All right. Looks like we're down to our final category, and it's a close one between Provolone 2, Lost in New York. Brian and Matt high five. And Havarti like it's 1999. Hugo and I high five. We look over to Brian and Matt, Carmencita and Daisy. All playfully give us a thumbs up and stick their tongues out. I eat a big chunk of cheddar without breaking eye contact to show them just how serious I am. Yeah, that's how you do it. The final category is cool animals. Animals, huh? I could never take care of another living thing. Hell, I can barely take care of myself. I'm falling apart. Anyway, here's the question. The Canary Islands were named after what kind of animal? I mean, one wants to say birds, but that feels like a trap. That feels like a trap. Chat, save me, chat. Save me. Oh. It's dogs, right? Dogs? Everybody says dogs. I'm gonna go with dogs. What is the last animal that appears in the dictionary? A zonkey, yes. I mean, it seems like it's a zizivia. I mean, it has to be that if that's a true animal. Because that's just a wild frickin' name. Yeah.
Correct.
What mammal has the thickest concentration of fur in nature? I mean, I want to say that it's polar bear because they survive in Arctic climates, but I think it might be the Canadian beaver. Huh. I don't know, chat. What say you? Because I don't want to lose. Not to Brian. Is it the otter? Oh, wow. Oh, I didn't know that. Tonight I learned something. I learned something very important. All right, I'm just going to come around and collect your scorecards and we'll see who came out on top. Remember, the winning team gets a $25 gift card to Phil's Auto Care. If you need a car part, Phil's will fill all your needs. Oh, I'm sorry, Phil's will fulfill all your needs. Everyone oohs and ahs. God, I want that gift card. The quizmaster goes into the back to tally up the score. I pick at what's left of our cheese plate. There's a bit of brie here that tastes absolutely divine on a cracker with a little bit of honey and dried apricot.
Oh.
So, what are your plans after our big win? I'll probably retire, take Amanda somewhere tropical, drink something out of a coconut. I always wanted to do that. What about you? I'll probably take my winnings to Colin's gambling ring. Bet it all on black, walk out of there with more rubber bands in the shape of animals than I know what to do with. Bold, but I like your style.
Ah.
You want the last piece of Havarti? Nah, that's all you. You definitely earned it. After a couple of minutes, the quizmaster jogs back into the room. Everyone immediately quiets down, waiting with bated breath for the results. Who will win the coveted gift card? I really hope it's us. Hey, everybody, we've had a great night. Lots of goofs, lots of laughs, a little bit of light crying in the back, but that's neither here nor there. It was a close game, but the winner of tonight's trivia contest is... Havarti like it's 1999. Come on down and get your gift card for Phil's Auto Care, where phenomenal service is... God, I can't do this anymore. Please just take the gift card. I motion for Hugo to get the gift card, and he shyly slinks out of the booth to grab it. He pauses for a moment and gives the quizmaster a hug with a few pats on the back. The quizmaster sobs just a little. Hugo makes a victory lap back to our table and gives me a high five. Havarti like it's 1999 is unstoppable. Havarti like it's 1999 is great. May Havarti like it's 1999 reign for 1,000 years.
Hey, great work, guys.
You guys did it. Awesome.
Will we be seeing Havarti like it's 1999 again next week?
I look over at Hugo, who smiles. Maybe so. We make a pretty good team, huh, Hugo?
Oh.
Hugo blushes. Hugo and I walk back to our cul-de-sac, basking in the glow of our win and nursing our cheese-filled bellies. LBX Annie comes with odd wrestling knowledge. The match that holds the record is the one at WrestleMania 32 between The Rock and Eric Rowan, which is only 6 seconds long. Yeah, I was disappointed by that. Before WrestleMania 32, the title of shortest WrestleMania match went to the ECW Championship match between Kane and Chavo Guerrero at WrestleMania 24, which was only 11 seconds long. I saved a game. Thank you, everybody, for reminding me to save. Hugo and I walk back towards our cul-de-sac, basking in the glow of our win and nursing our cheese-filled bellies. Man, we crushed it in there.
Ah.
Finally, enduring the screams of young children for years on end has paid off. I will take my half of this gift card and use it to purchase many, many air fresheners for my car, which Ernest refuses to stop vaping in. I think I'll use my half to buy at least 2 tire pressure gauges to place in different parts of my garage. You never know when you're going to need one, and I prefer to have them within arm's reach. It's very smart. Silence. I'm going to say silence 0 at this point. Interesting. So Hugo was in fact wrong, or is there a technicality I'm missing? No, I think this game was probably written before WrestleMania 32. And there's debate as to whether or not that was an official match. Because it was a run-in and The Rock was just like, we're going to do this thing. That's my take on it. A fine plan. Shame about that Run Wrestling question, though.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. I plan to write a strongly worded letter to whoever employed that man. Oh, come on. There's got to be a story there. What do you mean? You didn't even stop to think. You pulled that wrestling knowledge out like you were there at the ring yourself. Oh, it's just stuff I know. Oh, I want to ask again. I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it because I want to know. I want to know! Hugo, I figured you'd be better at lying after dealing with every kid in school for as long as you have. It's embarrassing. Oh, then I'll drop it. Hoktari says, Dream Daddy came out a year after that WrestleMania, so it's within the writing window. It really depends on how the game development went, because sometimes, like, some games are written and handed in, and the writers are hired way before the game is produced. So I don't know what development looked like, but for a visual novel, it is plausible that the game was written before WrestleMania 32. All right. But hey, good trivia night. Let's get the band back together soon. Oh, Sarah Sorrenti said ask again. I'm just gonna load. We'll just load. Ask again. Ask again. You know what's actually embarrassing? Not being able to explain basic algebra to your daughter. You know what's definitely not embarrassing? Knowing stuff about wrestling. Sarah Serendi says, normally I won't tell you to do things, but you're going to miss out on good content. I don't want to miss out on good content, and that's the contract I have with the community. Please don't let me miss out on good content. So that's totally good. Good, even. Hugo sighs. Yay! All right. If you really want to know, just follow me. Hugo leads me to his house at the edge of the cul-de-sac. We step inside his house. And his house is exactly what I expected it to be. Neat and filled top to bottom with books and art. Welcome to my home. Sorry it's so messy. His house is actually spotless. I follow him down a hallway. What are we doing? Sarah Sorrente says, the date would have ended if you just dropped it there. I don't want that. Hugo opens the door and ushers me inside. It's pitch black. He closes the door behind us. Amazing. This is incredible. Wow. Hugo flips a switch and I finally understand. Curio cabinets packed with in-box wrestling action figures line the walls, along with posters, cardboard cutouts, and every piece of wrestling memorabilia imaginable. A giant widescreen TV sits on a decked-out media stand. Hell yeah. I'm speechless. I look over at Hugo, who's hovering by the door, doing everything to avoid eye contact. This is really embarrassing. This is the coolest thing I've ever seen. Are you kidding? Look at all this stuff. This must have taken you forever to collect. Can I touch this? Go ahead. I pick up one of his replica championship belts and toss it over my shoulder. Do you smell what I am cooking?
Oh.
I think the line is... It's meatballs. Oh, man. Oh, that's super good. Sorry, I don't watch a lot of wrestling. I just think it's so cool how passionate you are about this.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, I really, really like wrestling. He's blushing so hard right now. Hugo, you bought the wrong kind of pizza rolls again. Looks like Ernest just got home. He's yelling in from the hallway. I can see Hugo immediately deflate.
Oh.
I told you, those pizza rolls have less sodium. I just want you to be healthy, son. Ernest comes into Hugo's wrestling room and looks around with disgust. He notices me and scoffs. I thought nobody was allowed in your precious wrestling room. I never said that. I just said you're not allowed to take the action figures out of their boxes and pose them so that they're having sex with each other. Ernest gets flustered. Yeah, well, whatever. I'm gonna go throw eggs at stuff. Have fun with your stupid wrestling crap. Ernest leaves, then a moment later pops his head back in the room. And your stupid friend. Ernest storms back out of the room. I hear a door slam. Hugo wearily runs his hand through his hair.
I don't know.
Sorry about that. Sorry I have to keep apologizing about him. He's just going through a phase, I guess.
Oh.
I try so hard to impress him, but it's obvious that no matter what I do, he hates me. Ernest has a thing against authority figures, and you don't get much worse authoritative than a teacher dad. My ex, he gets fun weekend dad, and I'm just Hugo, who makes Ernest eat his vegetables and turn his homework in on time. Hey, you love him, and you're looking out for his best interests. Take it from one dad to another. Someday he'll come to appreciate you. Maybe not someday soon, but someday. I hope so. So one of the posters on the wall, like, I don't know if you can actually see my cursor on your screen, but the poster that's on the wall that I am circling, like on the left-hand side of the first set of shelves, that is definitely John Cena versus The Rock.
Oh.
Thanks for letting me vent. Hugo glances at his watch.
Oh.
I suppose it's getting kind of late. Let's do trivia sometime soon. I would absolutely love to. I start to leave. And hey, thanks for showing me your wrestling stuff. Maybe you can tell me some more about it next time. Hugo smiles.
Ah.
That would be amazing. I'll catch you around. Nice. It only takes me a minute to walk back home. Amanda's sitting on the couch reading a book about female photographers. Wow, I thought you didn't like reading. I don't. This book is all pictures.
Ugh.
And even then my patience is being tried.
Dad.
Did you get to eat all of the cheese your little heart desired? I am a happy little cheese monster. But I made sure to leave room for dinner. Who wants breakfast for dinner? Hash browns! Okay.
Hey.
Toast dipped in egg! Alright. Blueberry pancakes! Well, only if you'll help me make them. You know I'm the world's best blueberry sprinkler, and also totally amazing at heating up the maple syrup in the microwave. Now tell me all about the cheese board. Amanda and I spend the evening cooking with an elaborate breakfast with everything we can find inside of the fridge. I tell her all about the trivia, but leave out the parts about Hugo being into wrestling. I figure she would probably find some nefarious way to use that information for a better grade. Blackmail! Date complete. Tough Talk, Dad Band, Hemingway, Youth, Bree, Trivia. Awesome. Boom.
That was so good you gave me goosebumps.
Perhaps because he's a literature teacher and Goosebumps is a horror series of books? I don't know.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay, we got 2 dad book events, but I think right now we're going to save it and then go to Big Jacob. Excellent. That was fantastic. That was absolutely fan-frickin-tastic. Hugo is great, and character depth is amazing, and every time I find out a character's deep, dark secret, it turns out to be fan-awesome. I don't know. I'm all out of words. You are all fantastic for being here. I really, really appreciate you joining us here at Ysbryd Games for Dream Daddy. We will be around on Tuesday for more Valhalla, which is this game right here. Also, if you are into mobile games, there is a game called Girls Frontline right now that is having a crossover event until the end of the month with Valhalla, where you can actually collect the Valhalla characters and use them in the game. If you go to the Sugabon Games blog, there's actually like a nice little walkthrough on how to do it. So we've got next Tuesday, next Thursday, and then no, we've got Uriel X says it's one more stream and then PAX. Actually, I think we've got two or three more streams. Yeah, before we go. But I hope everybody has a great week, an amazing weekend. Hop into our Discord if you want to enjoy everything that we have to offer. And also, if you, now that some things are cleared, I can get back on doing some of the back-end stuff for community management. So if you have any recommendations for any artists or anything like that, we're looking to do more emotes and things like that, especially now that our slots and things have expanded on Twitch. So I'm going to be looking into that and start crunching and munching on that, see if we can get some new stuff going on in some of our platforms before PAX. No promises, but I will try. Excellent. So you are all fantastic. Thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you very much. You're wonderful. And good night. Bye.